Welcome back to Neat Dog Worldwide, and today we're doing a review on this Bennett trailer 6x12 dump trailer that I purchased in the springtime. It's been a savior. Awesome for doing mulch. I've hauled in crusher run for driveways. You can put mowers in the back of this thing. You can put, we got a little bit of debris in there now, as you can see. It's got a nice big canvas that actually up here in the top, it's got its own like wind cover on it. When it's rolled up, it's all tucked in the back of here, so the wind doesn't take it or anything. You lock it into place, undo it, roll it out, roll it up. Pretty self-explanatory there. Let's go back here now. Okay, so it's a 6x12. Right here it says max equipment load for ramps is 5,000 pounds. I will say that the one thing I really don't like about this is the ramps. They're durable, don't get me wrong. They're rated for 5,000 pounds, but, and what I do like about them is, you just take out this pin, little Carter pin, pull that, this whole ramp comes right off, folds down, boom, and you can take it to the back. And it does have this little lip right here, which goes right into the track in here, so I can't slip off on you or anything like that. Okay, so that's what I like about it. What I don't like about it is, here it is, 2019. We should be able to come up with something that's lighter and still just as durable. These things, I don't have a scale, big enough scale to throw these on, but I want to say that's probably like a couple 100 pounds, just one of these ramps. And if yeah, I guess typically you're not loading and unloading like 50 times in a day, but if you were, you would have no back left. So therefore, I like that they're up on the sides. I like that they're durable, but they're just too heavy. I really feel like something else, something that's much more lighter would be better. Other than that, that's fine. Max dump load, 6,000 pounds. You could put more than 6,000 pounds in here, but to dump, it's maxed out at 6,000 pounds. Underneath, get a peek underneath here. Dualies, dual axles. Very, it's well built. The trailer is well built. I typically, when I'm not using it, I keep it just up just a little bit, so that way there, any rain that falls in it can just scoot out the back. It's got a safety rail there. If you got to work on or get underneath here for whatever reason, grease fittings, put it up, and this just sits right on like one of these columns and just holds right on it. You put it right back down on it, and there you go. Now you can get in here, you can service anything you need to do, and you're safe. Another thing right here in the front, you have a spare tire holder. which I don't have a spare tire, but I should, and that's where it goes. I do like, another thing that I do like is this here solar panel. It's just a maintainer. It will not charge the battery for this, but it will maintain it so it doesn't lose charge, especially over the winter. You're not using it, it's not hooked up to any truck or anything. You can, you know, rest assured that as long as sun is hitting it, it will stay maintained, so you won't lose charge. Does have a lock box. I never lock mine, but it does come with a set of keys, and you can lock this. Nobody gets in there, steals your battery or steals anything out of here. If you have to leave it on a job site or you know, someplace out in the field. It's got a pretty long cable. You can physically take out enough cable to go all the way to the back of the trailer, and that way there you can rise it and watch what's going on back there, so you're not dumping too much material or too little, or whatever the case may be, especially if you're working by yourself. This thing, it's got 2 magnets. You can physically put it anywhere that there's metal, so it's out of the way, you know, or anywhere's onto the trailer. One thing that I will tell you, and this was a mistake that I had made. I had taken this cord out. I was doing mulch at one of my stores, and I took this out, came all the way to the back of the trailer, used it, got it up to where the mulch was all coming down, and I kept the tailgate closed. I just kind of wanted it to get it from the top to the bottom without, you know, have to physically getting in there and shoveling it or raking it down or whatnot. And so I got it to where I had it desired, and I slapped the box right here. Perfect, no problems. I did what I had to do with the mulch. I had to move the truck and trailer up a little bit. Instead of taking that box with me to the front, folding up the cord and sticking it back in here where it was safe, here's what I did. Here was my mistake. I was only going up a couple of feet, so I left it there, and I went up my couple feet, got out of the truck, and the cord went underneath the tire, and it cinched it. Let me see if I can find it here. And it pulled it right out. Here's where it connects here. It pulled this connection right out, but before it did that, it did actually pull out all 4 of these wires right apart. It was pretty clean, easy to fix. You know, I just cleaned up the wires on both sides, put them on, taped them up really good, and it works fine. Plug this part back in, no problems. But just for, you know, people maybe never had a dump trailer before, that was one of the things I could tell you that was my fault and my mistake. So maybe it'll help you not to make a mistake yourself. Let's see. When I'm not using the trailer, it's got a nice little hook here, and when this is closed, you see you still got that hole there. What I like to do, just so this doesn't get all corroded, is when it's not hooked up to a trailer, unhook it, or even if I'm parked for the night, the trailer's hooked up, I still like to unplug this. I'll set it right in there like so, and then you can just shut it. Now it's out of the weather. Even if rain gets right here, it loops down so the water runs down this way and not in. That's just something I like to do. But here's your tank, just transmission fluid. Comes with a battery. inline fuse. But yeah, I mean, it's all pretty self-explanatory, not bad. Nice jack. This is adjustable to go, you know, different trucks, different levels. But you can adjust that. That my truck just, it's all the way at the bottom, but that can be adjusted. There's really not too much I don't like about this. Another great feature is the tailgate. Now, the tailgate, it's got barn style doors, which, if you don't know what that means, this you just lift it up out of that groove, open it, and this door goes this way, this door goes this way. Now, when they come around, you take out this little pin and you put it right back into that same hole, but with the door open, and you got a spot there, and then you can secure it. The same thing with on the other side, same thing, and there's a pin. You can lock them open. That's great, but also you close it up like this, and you can also do a tailgate spread. So, meaning, those for you that don't know, is so this would just fall down like a tailgate. Good for doing like stone driveways, so you can get a nice, even, smooth spread of whatever you're doing. Maybe you're topsoiling a lawn, and you don't want to go too thick. You just want a thin layer. Whatever the case may be, you're spreading out sand. That's a good feature as well. What else can I say about it? I mean, it's very, very nice. The fabric, really thick, durable. It's not waterproof by any means, so if you have something underneath it, you got it tarped, and it rains, it will go through. If you're driving, it tends to shed it off pretty good, so it's not so wet in there. If you're at a standstill like we are here and it was raining, it would go right through. But the air goes through just nicely. You know, when you have this on, it doesn't kick out like leaves or grass or anything like that. The sides, you can build up the sides. I didn't. I like it the way it is now. I can reach in, I can reach right to the bottom of it, no problem. But you can build up the sides. Put I think like a 2x12 in there would fit nicely, and it's, you know, even got the holes for the screws. Only on the outside, but you got one there, one there, one there, one there. Also, you got the groove. This sits up in here, and you got your screw holes there on the outside. Also, you got these little slots. You fit the 2x4, and you got one here. So you can build up the sides higher. For right now, I haven't had a need to put up the sides higher, but it's a good feature if you're hauling, you know, maybe awkward kind of stuff like stumps, or, you know, like logs or something like that, where, you know, weight wise you can put more in it and be safe, but you just want the sides up more. You can absolutely do that. You know, otherwise, I mean, and here's the other ramp too for this side, but it's a good durable trailer. And it's made by Bennett. I had a lot of mulching to do this season, And instead of just doing it by the pickup truck load, it just take 1,000,001 trips, and I wasn't doing that this year. I wanted to do something a little bit more self-sufficient and easier, and bring more to the job, get it knocked out, go on to the next job. So the days of just filling up a pickup truck and going to town is definitely over. This thing is many different uses, and you got to tie it for your cover here. It's on this one corner. It's got a rope tied on. When you have the tarp out, just wrap it around. It's got hooks down here. Go both, wrap it around so it's not flapping away in the wind. And when it's all the way up, you have the same hooks down at this end, so you can wrap it up here. Everything stays nice, tight, secure, and that's about it, guys. I mean, again, well worth the money. And again, there's not too much that I don't like about it. I mean, that's very well built, quality trailer. The only thing I might do in the future is underneath here is spray coat it. I mean, this is all kind of like, you see it's like coated, but just to get a little bit more protection, maybe a nice undercoat underneath here. I mean, you know, if you're driving down the road, even if it's not raining and the roads are wet or slushy or anything like that, stuff is getting kicked up and it's getting thrown up in here. So I think it might be a really good idea just to power undercoat this. But other than that, I think this thing is that, and the ramps. Like, again, the ramps, they're just way heavy. And if you're by yourself, I mean, yeah, it might be a little different. You got two people, one on each end, but they are really heavy. I will warn you about that. You load up and load out one time, and you're gonna hope that's it for the day, because otherwise your back is just broke. But other than that, this trailer is very nice. So thanks for watching. That's my review of the 6x12 trailer by Bennett. I hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And any questions, let me know. Thanks.